Alright, folks, buckle up because we're diving into the fiery world of Australian politics where Senator Matt Canavan just unleashed a verbal thunderstorm on Labor's climate agenda during his Sky News takedown. If you've been following the headlines, you know Canavan didn't hold back, accusing the government of treating everyday Aussies like clueless kids who can't handle the gritty details of net zero dreams. In this episode of Aussie Political Pulse, we'll break it down, unpack the drama, and explore why his words are striking a chord louder than a didgeridoo at a rock concert. First off, let's recap the essence of what Canavan dropped in that interview. It's like he grabbed the mic and said, "Enough with the fairy dust, Labour. Let's talk real talk." He hammered home that Australians deserve transparency on the true costs of these ambitious climate policies, not just the shiny promises of a greener tomorrow without mentioning the hefty bill attached. Picture this. Canavan revealed polling data showing most folks are only willing to shell out about $2 a week toward hitting net zero by 2050. That's pocket change, right? Less than your morning flat white. But he called it out as a pie-in-the-sky fantasy, arguing that once people grasp the full economic hit, think soaring energy bills, job losses in mining towns, and ripple effects on everything from groceries to manufacturing, they'd rethink that enthusiasm faster than you can say, "Barbie shut down." Now, what makes Canavan's rant so refreshingly brutal is how he skewers the Canberra bubble, that echo chamber where politicians sip lattes and craft policies detached from the real-world grind. He painted a vivid picture. While suits in the capital debate utopian targets, families in regional Queensland or suburban Sydney are juggling mortgages, fuel prices, and school fees. It's not anti-climate action, mind you. Canavan's no denier. He's pro-honesty, insisting that if Labor wants buy-in, they need to lay out the trade-offs plainly. Want to phase out coal? Fine, but what's the plan for the thousands of workers whose livelihoods vanish overnight? How do we keep the lights on without blackouts or price spikes? These aren't gotcha questions. They're the bread-and-butter concerns of voters who feel patronized by vague assurances like, "It'll all work out," or "Trust the science without the spreadsheets." And let's not forget the global angle he touched on. Australia going all in on emissions cuts while giants like China and India keep pumping out coal-fired power. That's like one bloke recycling his cans while the neighborhood throws a bonfire party. Canavan's core message? Stop insulting our intelligence. We're not mugs who swallow spin without chewing. Shifting gears, this isn't just about one senator spotlight moment. It's a symptom of a deeper rift in Aussie politics. Labor, under Albanese, has been pushing hard on renewables, touting wind farms, solar panels, and electric vehicles as the path to salvation. But Canavan flipped the script, comparing their sales pitch to a dodgy infomercial, all hype, no fine print. He argued that true leadership means leveling with people about sacrifices, like how ramping up green tech might mean short-term pain for long-term gain. Imagine explaining to a steelworker in Wollongong that their job's at risk for the greater good, without sugarcoating it. That's the adult conversation he's demanding, and it's resonating because, let's face it, we've all been burned by political promises that evaporate like morning dew. Remember the carbon tax saga under Gillard? Or the endless flip-flops on energy policy? Canavan's tapping into that collective eye roll, urging a reset where facts trump fluff. But here's where it gets even juicier. Canavan isn't just critiquing. He's challenging the narrative that Aussies are climate skeptics by nature. Nah, he says we're pragmatic realists who support action if it's feasible and fair. Polls back him up. Support for net zero drops when costs enter the chat. It's like offering free pizza, but then revealing it's gluten-free, vegan, and costs an arm and a leg. Suddenly, the crowd thins out. He spotlighted how Labor's inner-city elite might cheer from their solar-powered terraces, but out in the regions, Where coal keeps communities afloat, it's a different story. This divide isn't new. It's the classic urban-rural clash on steroids. But Canavan's framing it as a wake-up call for genuine dialogue, not division. What if, instead of demonizing dissenters, we had town halls where experts crunch numbers live, answering tough questions without dodging? Wrapping this up, Canavan's Sky News salvo is more than hot air. It's a catalyst for rethinking how we do politics down under. Will Labour pivot and embrace the transparency he demands, or dig in with more polished pressers? Time will tell, but one thing's clear. In an era of cost of living crunches and global uncertainties, voters crave authenticity over aspiration. If you're nodding along, thinking, "Finally, someone said it," you're not alone. This debate cuts to the heart of what we want from our leaders: honesty that respects our smarts, not handouts wrapped in half-truths. So, sound off below. Is Canavan onto something? Or is this just Nationals noise? Smash that like button if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe for daily doses of unfiltered Aussie insights, and hit the bell. Because in politics, the truth bombs keep coming, and you don't want to miss the fallout. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time on Aussie Political Pulse, where we cut through the crap and get to the core.